Hello and welcome to day one. I'm so excited that you're here and we're beginning this journey connecting to the state of freedom. This is such an amazing expression. We all love the feeling of freedom, and so it only feels fitting that this is where we begin. So come to an easy seated position. If you like to have some support under the hips, you can always use a folded blanket placed underneath the sit bone so you can have a nice long spine, a meditation cushion, whatever works for you. Sitting nice and tall here. And we'll just take a few moments to ground and to connect into this feeling of freedom. And just asking yourself for a moment, what does freedom feel like? What does freedom feel like in the body, in the mind, in the emotions? How do you breathe when you feel free? And think back to the last time that you felt truly free. And see if you can embody that feeling completely for just a moment, for just a couple breaths. And we'll bring that feeling with us as we move through the practice. If the eyes have been closed, you can gently start to open them. So we're going to do a nice flow today just to warm up the whole body, and we'll be shifting into this beautiful expansive freedom pose as our peak pose today, just to really generate and amplify this feeling of freedom. So let's come down to supine, and you can place the feet flat on the earth, knees up to the sky, arms come up overhead. And we'll start with some gentle windshield wipers. So you might want to heel toe the feet so they're about mat width apart. Exhaling, the knees fall off to the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, the knees fall off to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale off to the right. So opening up through the hips, the side bodies, right up into the shoulders here. Such a delicious little pose, linking that breath to the movement. If the arms don't feel good overhead, feel free to just place them in a T position. The practice is yours, so always feeling free to modify. On your next inhale back to center, let's heel toe the feet so they're right together. So feet and ankles are together, knees are together. Hands can stay in that T position or come down to your sides. From here, we're moving into a tabletop position. So we're going to do a little bit of core work just to bring into our standing poses. So on your next exhale, let's slowly lift the toes up. Shins come parallel to the ground. If this is too much for you, you feel like you're straining, you just keep those toes right on the ground for this. If you're up here with me, pull the navel into the spine, low ribs drop towards the ground. Really active engagement through the core. Inhale here, exhale, drop the right toes to the ground. Inhale, exhale, left toes. Inhale, exhale, right toes. So moving through with your own rhythm, your own breath, just warming up the core here. Keep the shoulders, the jaw soft. We're just activating through the belly. Couple more each side. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest here. Place the soles of the feet back on the ground, hip distance apart. Hands come and interlace behind the head. So we're going to do a little bit more core for the upper abdominals now. Exhale, old school crunches. Gently come up. Inhale to come back down. Exhale, low ribs drop down towards the ground. Head stays soft, neck stays soft. Exhale, come all the way up. Let's do 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Feeling that fire starting to generate in the core. When we have a strong core, the strong sense of centeredness, it's so much easier to feel free. Last one here. Exhale. Inhale, release the hands. Take a big breath into the belly, letting that go. And then you can roll off to the right or the left side. Let's come all the way up to seated. In our seated position, we're actually going to transition right to tabletop. So I'll shift so that you can see what I'm doing here. So in our tabletop position, the hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Moving into some cat-cows to warm up and free the spine. Inhale, gentle extension. Exhale to round. Inhale, extension. Gaze up if that feels good on the neck. Exhale, round. So a couple more times at your own rhythm. And we're going to start to generate some bigger movements in our cat-cow. So as you inhale and extend, exhale, we're going to round all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, you can scoop the body forward. Exhale, round. So we're trying to make this as fluid as we can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just having fun with it. Creating this free state within the body, warming up the spine. Warming up the shoulders, the hips. Couple more. Inhale back to center, coming into your tabletop position once again. And then let's go all the way back into our downward facing dog. You can walk out the heels, straightening one leg and then the other, opening up the hamstrings now. Beautiful. Make it feel good. And then starting to walk all the way to the top of the mat. Hang out in your forward fold for just a moment. Take a big breath, long through the back body, decompressing through the neck. Inhale, let's bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, right back into it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. So just doing these little half salutations. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, push into the feet to rise up. Feeling that freedom. Reaching the hands towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Last one here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Take a moment to pause and to feel. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's plant those hands, step all the way back to your high plank position. We'll take a pause here, engaging through the core. Pull the navel into the spine, push the hands into the earth, long through the back of the neck. Exhale, lower the knees if you need to, all the way down to the ground. So we're going to do some gentle warm-ups for the back body here. So you can place your head right on the tops of your hands. From here, we'll lift the right leg up off the ground on your inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, lower. Left leg, lower. One more each side. Inhale. So toning through the back of the legs, the low back. And then this time we're going to inhale both legs up off the ground and lower. Both legs, lower. One more time, both legs come up, lower. Resting completely, you can shake out the hips side to side. From here, the legs are going to stay stationary. They're actively rooting down into the ground. Arms are going to come to your sides, thumbs facing down to the ground. Warming up the back here. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. So this is less from the head and more imagining the back of the heart and the shoulders lifting to the sky. Lower. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Let's put it all together. Let's lift the head, the neck, the shoulders. You can lift the hands, palms facing the earth. Maybe lift those feet. So really strong through the back body. This posture is so good for our posture. Exhale, lower. Press the hands into the earth. Sit all the way back, child's pose to reset. Inhale, come all the way back up to table. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe. If you're outside like me, feeling into the breeze. Inhale, let's step the feet all the way up to the hands, coming to the top of our mat here. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to heart center, pause. So we've done all of this beautiful work to tone and lengthen through the back body, and we're going to be moving into our full freedom pose now. So I'll come to the front of the mat. I'll show you this from a couple different angles. So we're going to shift our feet into a Tadasana position, or you can have the big toes touching a little space between the heels. That's how I like to do it because I find I can isometrically draw the legs together a little bit more easily. So whatever you choose, really rooting down into the feet here. Press actively down through the 4 corners. Draw the quadriceps up, strong and rooted through the legs. The whole lower body is completely grounded. From here, tuning into that core work we did earlier, softening the ribs, pull the navel to the spine. So we're strong and centered and contained. And then we're going to inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale the arms down into a cactus position. From here, we're allowing the shoulder blades to fall onto the back. So softening those shoulders down. Inhale, keep all of this contained. So the core, the legs, the shoulders on their back, and then start to reach the hands out, gazing up to the sky. Full freedom pose. Opening your arms wide. Exhale, let's curl all the way in, forward fold. Inhale, let's come all the way back up to center. I'll do this. We'll do it 1 more time. I'll face the side so you can see it from this angle. So rooting down into the feet, strong through the legs, strong through the core. Hands come into that cactus position to soften the shoulder blades onto the back. Keep all of this alignment and then start to reach the hands out towards the sky. Gaze up to the sky. You can start to bend slowly back, but keep your center. Hold your center. Inhale here. Feel the frequency of this pose. Exhale, let's fold all the way in. Come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's sit all the way down. Coming onto your bum. The feet are flat on the earth. And let's roll all the way down to supine. Take a moment on the back. You might want to hug in the knees. You might want to rock side to side a couple of times. Let's hug that right knee in, left leg long. Simple supine twist over to the left. Neutralizing the spine. Energetically wringing out the old, bringing in the new, fresh energy. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right leg goes long, left knee hugs in. Exhale, twisting over to the right. Savoring the breath here. Feeling the radiance and the illumination of the body. Inhale all the way back to center. Hug both knees into the chest to reset. Exhale, let's move into our full Shavasana position. Resting here, releasing completely. Soften and let go through the entire body, the face. Stay here as long as you like, or start to incorporate some little movements, rolling off to the right or the left side, pushing all the way up to a seated position. Find your long spine, hands on the knees, palms face up in this gesture of receiving. Feeling the freedom that you have cultivated through this short and sweet practice. If you haven't already, we'll slowly open up the eyes. Hands can come to heart center for a moment to close our practice. So thank you so much for being here. Day 1, you did it. Great job. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 2. Have an amazing day. Namaste.